Welcome to the Fantasy Pavilion, your home for fantasy sports. This is the #1 place for all your fantasy content. We do the research, so you don't have to. But wait, so you don't play fantasy? We have you covered with all your F1, IPL, and UCL content. So head on over to the Fantasy Pavilion YouTube page, like, subscribe, stay connected with us. We have all the content you're looking for. Fix that team though, and do better. The last year you were doing shaky. But this year we're doing better. We're doing better this year.
Yes, guys, welcome back to the Fantasy Pavilion, your home for fantasy sport. Special episode, very last minute episode, but very important. Wild card for game week 20, because of course it expires literally this game week, and I want to get rid of it. So I'm joined by my good friend and Chelsea fan, Wendell. Wendell, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
First and foremost, so how was game week 19, bro? Who started the most for you?
Rough. My bench started most actually. Ariola on my bench with 10 points.
Yeah, I had about 16 points on the bench with my main team. Pressure. Nobody took them on. It was one of those game weeks.
Yeah.
It was unpredictable. A lot of the underdogs really came and just messed up everything.
Some of the differentials that people had actually.
Yes. Now, of course, this is the channel's team, the YouTube team, 44 points. Nothing to talk about except Trent, a Captain Salah, man. Ward-Prowse, solid. Nothing from Saka, Son, assist, and Alvarez with 8 points. So drag to 44, but the rank still not too bad. 7-7-6, taking that. So not too bad at all. Fighting hard with this team. So this is the team that we actually go into wildcard. And then I have to try and sort out my other teams. I have about 4 teams. I wildcarded one already, my main one. And I have 2 others. I will sort that out. But I want to just start wildcarding. So at least use it. But Wendell, first and foremost, you're looking at this team. As you're looking at it from I value, does it need to be wildcarded?
Well, it has the good players. Well, it has the players that could be considered must-haves right now, which is probably the Arsenal defender in Gabriel, Salah until, of course, AFCON. Saka, kind of, he has been blanking recently, but he's still in most people's teams. He's currently the most owned person. He overtook Haaland this week, I believe. And then you have Son. Julian Alvarez has to be taken in advantage of. Not many people have Julian Alvarez. A lot of people sold him.
Right.
He have a good fixture this week against Sheffield, which could be big points coming. He's actually a captain shout, maybe.
Yes, I fully agree with that.
But other than that, I think maybe Kabore, you could probably get in a better defender. This guy got injured. Digne got injured for.
Yes.
So I think Moreno is Digne's replacement. He could be a good option.
All right, so now I ask that for a reason. So, are you the type of person? All right, game week, the deadline is here. If my team all right, I won't bother using it. Or you have to. You like to use it, chip. Have to use the wildcard chip.
No, you have to use it. I'm opposite. You have to use it.
Now, you're saying Digne, Moreno. I have a few replacements in mind. I have some guys in mind. Now, I have a few targets already. So what I'm thinking for this team, I want to get rid of Son, get rid of Salah.
Okay.
One time. Yes, AFCON coming up. But I want to use this wildcard to reshape the team and target key players that are doing really well right now. And of course, bringing some players that are just on the cusp and you never know, might have a purple patch. Opinion came out of nowhere.
Yeah, Estupinian.
3 minutes. Bam! And he was one of the top guys everyone wanted. Solid. Yeah. I'm also looking at Luton players. Now, Luton fixtures, I don't know if people who, I know, of course, they're way off, way differential, but Luton next few fixtures not terrible. And as you've seen in the last 2 to 3 games, they have not done bad against very good opposition.
Yeah,
Right? Not done bad. Right? Not done bad. And especially at home, that claustrophobic stadium that they have there, people are struggling. And no, I don't mean to, speaking of struggling, I don't mean to segue, but your team is visiting them tomorrow.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk
right?
about it.
We won't go, right? So my brain was on that because looking at, obviously in a wild card, and you have to look ahead at the next 2-3 fixtures. You can't just look at this particular game week. But I am looking at a Luton, either an attacker, a midfielder, just to have there and about. Because looking, as you said, must have. I think you must have Watkins, right? Watkins playing Burnley, that's a good game, right? Must have. I can skip Palace and Brentford for now. As you said, City. If not Alvarez, Foden might be a good shout.
Yeah.
Up until Champions League resumes.
Yeah.
Right? That's when the shape shift, the makeshift team, the tinkering will happen. Wolves Everton, I don't bound to, but we have Cunha, we have Sarabia. These guys are playing well. Ignori looking good. So maybe if we're looking for some cheap defenders or just some cheap assets further, Wolves might need bad. Even a Jack Harrison.
Isn't Huang is injured or
Juan is injured. So these other guys have to step up.
Yes.
Cunha, Sarabia, they have to step up. And Wolves not looking bad, not looking terrible. Right? They're not looking terrible. They had a big win on the weekend there. Forest Manu. Boy, I don't know about Manu. Manu's a funny team. Maybe a good Nacho. But that might be a knee-jerk. What do you think, Wendell?
I stay away from all Man U fixtures.
Yeah.
All I don't play with Man United players. Just because one week they'll do excellently and the next week they won't be selected or like they won't do very well. I stay away.
Yeah, I myself, but it is tempting. It is tempting only because but that was just one game. Man U having this season, win this one, then drop two, then lose to Sheffield or something like that, and so I'm not gonna get too excited. Of course, the wild card is important. We don't want to just bring in any flim flam.
Everybody, yeah.
Fulham, Arsenal. It is a must win for Arsenal. Of course, Arsenal lost one of the London derbies. This is our next London derby now.
Yeah.
Have to win. But who on Arsenal convincing right now? Except the defenders, maybe.
That's a big thing, is except the defenders is the big thing. Because personally, I have double Arsenal in my defense right now. But other than the defenders, there's Saka, there's Martinelli, and I guess you could put Gabriel Jesus, but Gabriel Jesus is struggling right now.
Yes.
So
struggle is true.
I think maybe Arsenal goalkeeper in Raya.
But good show.
Other than their defense and goalkeeper, it's hard to say anybody other than Saka. Maybe a punt could be Martinelli, or a punt could be even Odegaard, maybe.
Odegaard is not a bad shout. Okay, I'm going to make a poll about that really quickly and see what guys think. I think that's not a bad shout. What about Havertz should be back from suspension? Was it? I think it's just one game because they clearly missed Havertz in that game against West Ham. Might be a good shout. He's finally finding good form. I don't know what you think.
As a Chelsea fan, I don't know. I don't know if it's Havertz's fault. I'm not getting into Havertz at all.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I was not sold on him, but I must say of recent, he has been looking good.
Okay.
All right, Kevin, I'll send his wildcard team. Let me see what he's suggesting there. Thank you, Kevin. Kevin, if you're free, you can jump on, huh? All right, let's see what Kevin sent. And before I do that, let me just finish out looking ahead again. So Liverpool, Newcastle not looking too good. Liverpool doing their thing. They're not looking good either, if we're being real, but they're getting over the line.
Yeah,
they're getting over the line. They're doing their thing.
Again,
right? Now, oh, we didn't even, sorry. That was disrespectful. We didn't talk about Spurs, Bournemouth. Spurs, Bournemouth. Or Spurs on a whole. Spurs assets, Bournemouth assets. Solanke is a must-have in your team. Wendell or...
Solanke, right now, the way he is playing, I believe is Bournemouth scheduled for a turn in fixtures. I didn't check Bournemouth fixtures for the next couple of weeks.
I could do it right now. So Bournemouth, so they have Spurs, then they face Liverpool. They play at home, hosting Liverpool. Then they face West Ham away. They go to the Bubbles.
So I think the time to bring in Solanke has passed. He would have was an excellent buy 2-3 weeks ago, even 4 weeks ago. But now to push them for those upcoming fixtures, very dangerous because they have better strikers with better fixtures coming up. And I'm a manager that I try to attack fixtures rather than attack form.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. But let me read out the rest of his fixtures because it gets interesting. Right? It gets very interesting. So West Ham away, that's game week 22. After that, they host Nottingham Forest.
Okay.
Then they go away to Fulham. And then they go away to Newcastle. So it's not too bad. It's not too bad. So I mean, now yes, fixtures is a good guide, but for me, as we've seen, okay, Bournemouth lose 4-1 or 4-2. At least Solanke would have gotten the goal, and strikers are not affected by defensive points, by clean sheet or anything like that. So he's still happy. But I understand what you're saying, but we'll look at who are the best 3 players or best 3 strikers, best formation you want to go. I like 3-4-3 if you're going that way. Best 3 strikers going forward. I don't necessarily have to have Haaland. I'm waiting about that when I don't want for Haaland. I don't want Haaland right now.
Right now,
Crazy.
Right now, you don't need Haaland.
Right. I glad you agree with me because right now not on my checklist right now.
Yeah.
All right. So Spurs. So now the reason I'm comfortable in getting rid of Salah and getting rid of Son in the wild card. I can always. I mean, I know it's trickier because if you don't have them, it's very difficult to bring them back in your team. Depending, unless you bench them or you destroy a team with 2 free transfers or something to try and bring them back in. But for now, I'm not too worried about not having Son. I don't mind if I wildcard, bring in Salah and then I bench him. But Jota is back in the free. He might be a good shout. Trent, of course, must-haves. Double Liverpool or triple Liverpool?
Right now I have Uni Salah currently.
Okay.
I think ideally for your wild card you would want to get in with Liverpool because their fixtures are going to be excellent over the next, I think, 3 to 4 game weeks. When I checked it, who do they have next game week?
Next game week. So of course Newcastle, and then after that in 21. They face Bournemouth away.
That's right, yes. So
now that can be trickier. And then they face Yol. Pressure.
Yeah, well, that's not really that hard of a fixture in terms of scoring goals.
And then the reverse fixture with us very soon. So they have some interesting fixtures coming.
They do have some interesting fixtures.
Now, AFCON is ideally for a month. Egypt may go far in the tournament. That's something you have to consider as well.
Yes.
Right? They may go far. And we are going to do some fantasy content on that as well. So we'll do a preview on that very soon.
Okay.
And all the teams, everything here. We did AFCON when the last AFCON was real good. So we'll do that again. So look out for that. Even if you don't want to play, there will be some good insight onto how to maneuver the players that you have. Because a lot of key players are going. And guys, Kudus is one of them that is going. I know some people might have had him. There are some key players that are going away to AFCON and from FPL. So you pay attention to that. Some very key players. Of course, Nana's another one. Right? Some key. So we'll pay attention to that. We'll make some posts on that. Now, we spoke about Spurs, spoke about Liverpool, assets as potential for the wild card. West Ham, Brighton. Now, definitely, I think you must have Jared Bowen.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Right
Must.
now, yes.
Must. From game week 1, Bowen has been doing this thing. Not lighting up the place, but a 1 goal here, 2 assists here, and
yes.
ticking.
Taking along well.
Right? Along with him, Ward-Prowse has not been terrible.
Yeah, he's been getting a lot of assists as well.
Yeah. Sadly, Paqueta's injured.
Mm-hmm.
We're still not too sure how serious that is because that timing was terrible because I was looking at bringing him in my wildcard.
Oh, okay.
I was interested in bringing him in, if not a Bowen him.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I was tempted in bringing him because I would have had to go a little cheaper if I wanted to go for the Salah, that kind of thing. So I was thinking of it. But with him out now, right? That's a problem. Hopefully, it's not too terrible. He's not listed as yet, so hopefully, it's something that's not terrible. Right? We hope. Now we'll see. Goalkeeper wise, though, who are the best goalkeepers to bring in to look at potentially? I know people might say Pickford, maybe Save Boss, Areola. I think is one of the top names that should be on everybody's lips right now for goalkeeper.
All of a sudden, after weeks of blanks, all of a sudden he's at the top.
To be fair, he had a great start to the season. Then he just dipped a little bit. Then he got injured, so probably has to pay for him. But he has been having some decent patches here and there.
Yeah.
But as you rightly said, all of a sudden now top commodity.
Yeah.
Let me see. Anybody else? What are goalkeepers on the top of your head? Who are you looking at?
Rhea is not a bad option at all.
All right.
With Arsenal, I think Areola if you're in on a wild card, maybe a must-have. But I would say past few game weeks I would have said Dubravka, but currently Newcastle just cannot keep a clean sheet.
Definitely.
And the players are looking kind of not have as much pep in their step as previously.
Yeah. And Newcastle dipped really bad, but they have some guys that mean. But definitely we off that defense string. We're not on that defense string anymore. That defense string gone. We don't care about Portman, Burns, Shaw anymore. Trippier, so Trippier gone.
For me, Trippier is not worth the amount that he's demanding.
Yes, yeah. So definitely, okay, so defenders. So, okay, we go in Areola, just saying, bam. Of course, he's next goalkeeper. We go in Areola.
Mm-hmm.
Trent.
Mm-hmm.
Saliba.
Okay.
Cheeky opinion inside there. Cheeky,
okay.
Right? So we leave that. 3.
Mm-hmm.
Midfielders now. Salah, but we'll bench him.
Mm-hmm.
So we're playing for this game for sure. Bench him because I don't think it makes sense, right? I won't chase Son. If you're really desperate for a Tottenham asset and you want some returns, Kulusevski or Brennan Johnson. I don't know what you think about those two.
Well, I was actually thinking Richarlison. Because with Son gone, in the next couple of game weeks, that's where Richarlison will be playing even further forward.
Yeah. But who is that creative out? Who's going to create stuff for him? Kulu, Pedro Porro, I guess?
Kulu. Well, remember, for me, Tottenham shares the assist and shares the points a lot around the board. So it's really, as a selection, you're selecting them, hoping that in that game week, they do get the assist. So I would say Kulu is a very good option. Any midfielder that he plays for Spurs consistently. So Kulusevski, Richarlison, and Maddison is out currently. But Maddison would be an ideal pick. But of course we can't.
Yeah. That would have been amazing.
Yeah.
That would definitely have been amazing. But no, of course, sadly, no Maddison. Now, let's take a quick look at this. So this is Kevin, one of our panelists, send this in. This is his team, his wildcard team that he's looking at so far. All right, so as you can see, Trent in the mix there. So Trent, Pedro Porro, White, Walker, Foden, Johnson, Saka, Bowen, Palmer, Watkins up top. And of course, he has his Haaland on the bench, Ariel on the bench, Joao Pedro, and Senesi. All right.
Yeah.
I actually wildcarded my main team and about 2 weeks ago when I brought in Senesi and Solanke for their patch. I got a real nice patch return from them. So yeah, because again I was watching the fixtures. Now, okay. Now, White is an interesting one way. White is because as an Arsenal fan, White has not been, but you know, you always do a random bang on a random goal.
Yeah.
So you never know. Never know. But he will start. He will start.
You never start. Yeah. You're really banking on the clean sheets rather than the assists and goals. So I guess White is a good pick in that case because he's cheaper than Saliba.
Right.
And I don't know how much he costs right now compared to Gabriel, but he's an enabler if he's cheaper. Yes,
definitely. Now the Walker one is interesting. I'm an Akanji guy myself, but not bad. I guess going for the Sheffield points. Hopefully he doesn't rotate and mess you up there. Foden, I spoke about a bunch of them just now. Foden's a good shout.
Yeah.
I think right now on fire, hot fire, and he has to be. He have no choice. But of course, De Bruyne should return very soon, so that should be interesting. That should be very, very interesting. I just mentioned Johnson as well. Now this is a Spurs fan. He's a Spurs fan, so he will have the insight. But Brennan Johnson has not been terrible in recent games, and again, he may be forced also to do what Richarlison has to do now and be another target person up top for Spurs. So, a good shout. Keeping the faith with Saka, honestly. Between you and me, when I think I might drop Saka attacking Arsenal attacking assets.
Really?
For a while. Yeah. I think so. Yeah, because all right, we could talk football. So if you're watching Arsenal recently, we have not been prolific and scoring a lot of goals. And especially when we're playing teams with a low block, we're struggling.
Yeah.
Fulham are in a bit of a crisis, so hopefully we can be clinical. But Leno is in good form, right? Leno's not a terrible keeper; he's pretty good. The defense will shake because they're missing some key players. Midfield, all right, missing a few key attacking players, so they may just low block. And I think anyone playing against Arsenal realize that we cannot beat that low block. Once you low block, counter, score a goal. For some reason, we're not able to unlock. And we 30 shots against West Ham and nothing, no returns. Yeah. Terrible. But someone is due. Hopefully, it's Saka. Hopefully,
fingers
if
crossed.
If I follow my gut, I will. And anybody asks me who they think they should go for, I will say Odegaard or Havertz. That's what my gut tells me right now. Odegaard or Havertz. They're a little cheaper and they might be enablers to get a higher profile midfield as well. And you could get your Salah and benching, maybe. Right? We'll go into the wildcard selection in a bit. So, I mean, Palmer, I love Palmer. Palmer has been, to me, your best player. When we think Palmer's an asset, you'll suggest that?
Since he came to Chelsea, he has been huge for Chelsea. He has literally been everywhere. Every single place. He's been involved in most of our goals. It's almost like he brought up Pep to the step of our team.
Yeah.
And he should be on penalties for now. I'm not too sure because we haven't gotten a penalty with Nkunku and him on the field. But Nkunku looked very confident taking his penalty in the cup. So we'll have to wait to see who's on penalties in that situation.
No, you rushed the brush there. You mentioned somebody. I just wanted that. No, I was this close to wildcard in this team before on 19, and I was thinking about Nkunku. I said, you know what, no, hold Nkunku too soon. You want to wait Rock back, it have way better strikers out there, or jump on them right now. For those who adventurous and brave. What do you think? What's his minutes looking like?
Well, I can't tell you. I like honestly. For me, I need to see more. I need to see more of him before I decide. And I'm seeing Liam Silver saying Palmer has been good, but with the Google back, yes. And Liam Silver is my friend, and he actually brought in Nkunku last week.
Right.
So he was
Right.
on the
Well,
train.
big up Liam because I want to do it, Liam. I'm tempted, Liam. Convince me, Liam.
He's a
Liam,
full
please.
supporter. But
I'm tempted. I'm very much tempted to bring in Nkunku. I like those, not just differentials, but the guys on the horizon, grab them quick. I like to snatch them quick. All right, so without further ado, Wendell, let's do the thing. Let's do the thing. Let's click transfer. Right? We click in this thing. Play wildcard, boom. Well, we'll do it after. So let's empty out the team. And I'm taking any advice from anyone, anybody that wants to help out. This is just a YouTube team. This is not my personal team. This is the channel's team. Right now, the rank is 700K plus, doing good, 1,000 plus points. Trying a thing. All right. So when, as I said, let's just bring him on one time. So Ariola.
okay.
Now getting some confidence in who.
Because let me tell you why.
Talk to me.
Ariola, I'm worried that was a green patch in form, and we got that big because we got 10 from him this week, and then last week we got how much out of him? Let me just rewind on the teams. Last week we got 8 out of him. So I'm just a little worried that was him. That was his big green. Probably maybe one more game week, and then. But if you think Ariola is the better option in that case, I'm happy with Ariola for future. But we just have to keep an eye on him because goalkeeper chances is not really something that is do all the time.
Correct. It's not something super important about the injuries. You want to just have two top, not top, but two good mid, and then you rock back. Yeah. I like what he's saying here now. Right? He's expressed horizon prospects, right? So when it seems like you really tell him about it.
No. We talk about FPL a lot. We talk about it a lot.
Right? And jumping on it early when ownership is low can prove to be. I agree. I love to do that. The De Bruyne thing might be too early. De Bruyne might be way too early. Not ready yet. But I definitely waiting for De Bruyne.
When he's back, he will shake up a lot of things in FPL because Salah, Son, De Bruyne, and Haaland. You can't do it.
Can't.
He will shake up things.
Can't. And he will mess up the Alvarez prospect because Alvarez may not start games now.
Yep.
But of course, it will take some time. Pep is not a madman. He'll wean him in. So De Bruyne might come on at 10 minutes of just knowing, shucks, De Bruyne, and then bam, 2 assists. Finish. He will help Haaland with his hat trick. Craziness. So, and of course, this is where the title, the title prospects for City, the tide turns. This is where the tide turns here. Because once De Bruyne is back, a fit Rodri, a fit De Bruyne, and a focus Haaland who's getting assists, who's getting the ball provided to him on a regular basis now.
Yeah. De Bruyne.
What's that game in hand?
Crazy.
Right? Okay, so let's roll. So, Ariola, I know. For now. But who's it better alternative? A Martinez, Leno, a Fodringham, Fleckin.
Well, I'm gonna throw one out for you.
Talk to me.
Let me check. I have to check his fixtures as well. But I'm thinking maybe Jose Sa. Who's Jose Sa playing?
Wolves. Okay, hold on. So Wolves have Everton next.
Okay, well, Everton dangerous.
Everton very dangerous, but not bad. It's not bad show.
I believe. Let me see. Wolves have Everton, Brighton. They have 3. How much is Jose Sa cost?
Sa is Why is Sa so high? Sa is 5.
5. That is
Or
expensive.
it's 4.2.
Yeah, that's a little bit too expensive for
Yeah.
me.
No, as a wild shout as my second keeper, I was thinking of Kaminsky or something like that. Now Turner is 3.9. He's back in the free just to have his fodder, but Kaminsky, I don't know as a wild shout.
Is Turner
But
starting consistently now?
yeah, he's starting. Starting
Okay.
now. I mean, like we can look back, we can look really quickly. Last year, played 90 minutes for the last 4 games.
Okay.
Yeah. So 3.9 goalkeeper.
That's not bad at all.
Not bad at all. And with a new manager bounce.
Yeah.
Hey.
Dangerous.
Hey. So tentatively we could put him there just for funds. Just for funds. It's a free of funds. All right. So we're treating this spine now. This main spine. Trent, Pedro Porro, who's the main defensive spine you think we should have in this team?
Are you selecting Salah in this team, or are you not selecting Salah?
I think it makes sense to bring him and then bench him for that. At least see how long he's out. But to me that's a waste, boy. But it makes sense. He's 12.9. You'll have to destroy a team to bring him back. Unless I say, you know what, no Salah, I'll have Jota instead. And just go with Jota for a while until I could maneuver Salah back in with a 2-free transfer. So that, because if we Jota's what? Jota's a mid or a forward in this game. Let me see. What is Jota? So Jota's a mid, right? So I could have Jota. I could play 3-5-2. No, if I want, instead of 3-4-3, play 3-5-2.
3-5-2 is not a bad shot at all.
Yeah, pack out the midfield, 2 top strikers, and roll from there, and no Salah at all.
Well,
and then I could have. Go ahead.
No, the reason why I ask is just because when you're building a wild card at this stage, I think it's really important that you take into consideration your moves that you're planning to make to bring back in the AFCON players, or
correct,
bring back in Haaland when he has to be back. So I think when we look at a team and making a team, we have to look at how we bring in those players back.
Yeah, definitely. And that's it. So, and that is why I'm thinking just to not do it at all. Don't bring him in, but obviously get a Liverpool attacker. Don't go without a Liverpool attacker. It makes no sense. Yeah. Must have a Liverpool asset. Now, is it too soon to jump on Jota? That's my worry, but he's clinical, more clinical than Darwin. Right? Darwin needs 10 games to score a goal.
And he banged this weekend, though.
Right, but for how much you put?
After weeks of pain.
I've had Darwin on one of my other teams for a long time, and no returns. It is annoying, right? Kevin asking, is Barnes Nuno's new Jimenez? Chris Wood might be his new Jimenez.
Wow, I watched. I watched the notifications coming on my phone. I was like, what is this I'm seeing here? Chris Wood?
Yeah, hat trick.
That's
hat
crazy.
Trick, bro. Crazy. And I do think that's his first hat trick, Was Solanke was his first one as one of them. But it wasn't their first one. Oh, he meant Wood. I want to know, he meant Chris Wood. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I had him on fan tracks and I had to dump him. So, yeah. You never know. Crazier things have happened. And Nuno is that guy. Maybe he's getting something out of them. You never know. And they have some decent fixtures coming up. All right. So let's try and pick this team one.
Let's see.
All right. And come, anybody watching, feel free on Instagram, Twitter, chip in, let us know. This is a team for the people. Let us know. This is a community team. Help us, tell us what you think you'll do. And of course, once you're wild card, and especially as Wendell said, you have to look ahead. Next 3 game weeks, can't just say, okay, Salah playing Sheffield this week. Boom, Salah. Look ahead, maneuver, try to pick. So if let's just say, all right, I don't like Saka's fixture next week, but you have someone good on the bench, you could pop on your bench, your Saka and that guy. You never know. Scenarios like that. Now, I had a crazy thought when I was potentially playing with the wild card.
Okay.
Petrovic, boy. What do you think, boy?
Petrovic.
He didn't look half bad, you know.
Okay,
I don't know. He didn't look half bad.
how many clean sheets are we really expecting out of him?
Well, you see, right now that's the first problem. I don't look for clean sheets from goalkeeper. I'm one of those crazy guys. I want the save points because Ariola put on 8 saves and got 10 points. Huh?
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I've seen games where Leno, I think it was Leno. I think they lost 3-0 or something like that, but he still gave 5 points because he put on a lot of saves. So save points. That's why someone like Pickford. But Pickford, if you had Pickford for the pass in a good patch, it was good to go. You got some clean sheets and you got save points. So sometimes it's not necessarily clean sheet. I'm looking at the save point. Jose Sa is a great example of that last 2 seasons ago. When Wolves weren't doing too terrible, but of course conceding. But Jose Sa was making saves, at least almost 5 saves a game. That's craziness.
Yeah, I believe Rhea was like that as well.
Right, for Brent. Yes.
When God they used to call him
save master.
Okay.
So that is what I look at when I'm trying to get goalkeepers. So I'm not necessarily interested. You don't get defenders for clean sheets. You get your wingers for the assist potential, the attacking potential. You know, you're not gonna chase down Ogbonna. You'll chase on Sufal. You'll chase on Trent. You're not gonna chase on Kanate. You know, you're chasing on those kind of guys. So that's why I'm looking at it from that perspective.
Okay.
All right. All right. So let's fill it in. So let's as we get on the Liverpool section, I put in Jota for now. We'll see how we come up from there. So Jota.
I think you can put in Trent as well.
Pick up Trent one time. No problem. So that's Trent inside. Boom. Right. Ariola, Turner, Trent, Jota. Boom. All right. Striker wise, I don't bounce for Haaland.
I think you could keep Julian for this game week on the wild card.
Okay. We have 69.9 left.
Well, I'm a person who just put in who I think I must have and then think it after if funds need.
Sure. Well, let's go. Let's just fill it in. Yeah.
Maybe how you feel about Watkins? I feel as though Watkins can be still selected on the team, and he's also easier. He's a lot of money, so it's easier to swap him off for Haaland when that time is right.
Correct. And the fixture's not terrible. Burnley, Everton, and then Newcastle. The only away fixture there is Everton.
And there's a struggle in Newcastle as well.
Yes. So, okay, Watkins. Because right now there's no other co-star that's really attracting me right now from there. Like, let's say I don't want Watkins, I want someone else. No one there really. Douglas Luiz off the boil a bit. Diaby up. So I'm not. Yeah, there's no one else. No Digny, no. Our Cash might be back, but I'm good for now. All right, so Watkins, Alvarez, Jota, Trent, right? Tackling it good. So far, they have good fixtures coming up as well, too. So should at least return.
I think I'll put Bowen in my team.
Watkins is frustrating, not scoring, giving Jesus vibes. John McGinn, I was going to say it. Wait, someone. I was going to say John McGinn. John McGinn is now a bad shot. You said Bowen. Let's look at Bowen. I'm not looking at West Ham fixtures because West Ham just doing their thing. Right. So Jota, Bowen, we're going for 3-5-2. Right? Trying our best to 3-5-2. Craziness. Now, looking at fixtures, looking ahead, give me 20 for now. Spurs, that's it. Do we go Spurs defense or Spurs attack?
Spurs defense, Pedro Porro, personally.
Yeah, Porro returning. If we look at Porro recently, right? 5-2-8, 5-5.
Yeah, he's just
taking that. And they lost 4-2 and he got 5 points.
Yeah.
Let that sink in. All right.
He gets points even when there's no clean sheet or blank. He still gets those points.
Yeah. Ooh, there's no Kulu though. That's a very. I now realize that yes, I forgot Kulu suspended until the 14th.
Hey. So
Ooh, that changes things a bit.
with if you're not feeling your Charleston, especially your Charleston is a little bit more on the expensive side and Kulu out, I think Johnson might not be a bad shout at all if you need or want to be in the Spurs midfield.
In the Spurs midfield. All right, maybe we don't have to be there just yet, but we could just check him for now. We could always swap him out.
Yeah.
Let's build the team by the time. So let's go with the Brennan Johnson. Boom. Right. So Brennan in there. Midfield almost full.
I think we need to get an enabler in our defense and midfield.
Defense and midfield.
So let's check through the enablers.
What, a 5.4?
Yeah, 5.4. I would say between 5.6 to 4.8 lowest. But if there's a good player, you know that range can change, of course.
Yeah. What about your boy? Oh, now Dotty has been not bad recently. 7 and 9 points, then 0, 8, 0. Not bad. Again, he was someone I was teetering within my wildcard when I was playing around with it.
And
I was watching him.
as well.
Differential as well too. Playing against Chelsea at home as well too. Never know. Right? So just check him in there as a
I think if you want to get into the Luton team, as he said he wanted to, he's not a bad shout at all.
Yeah. Safe, can't lose, nothing to lose. Yeah. Can even start him. 3-5-2 at that start. All right, next. No, what about your boy Colwell? I like Colwell, I know he kind of follow up the boy Gusto back in the fray.
Mm-hmm.
Gusto back in the fray as well. I don't know what about Gusto or no Chelsea defense as a Chelsea fan.
If you are going for a defender, Gusto, I would say, is probably the best shout for me. With Reece James out injured. But Colwell isn't that bad shot because Cucurella is out as well. So, and if we're comparing the prices, I believe they're very, very similar in price. So you could go with whichever one your heart desires, really.
Okay.
Personally, with more attacking option.
Right. Now, we didn't go for our Arsenal defenders yet, as Kevin is saying. So he's saying Porro and the best Arsenal defender. Arsenal clearly conceding. As in our again, as I said, you don't get defenders for that. You can't avoid that.
Yeah.
Now, if we pack up the defense too much, we have a selection headache. Because I'll have to, if I bring, so let's say Saliba and Gusto, I bench Dotty, I bench Gusto, Porro, Trent, and Saliba. Worst case scenario, Saliba and Porro concede, don't return at all, maybe just Trent. But then Dotty with a cheeky assist, Gusto with a cheeky goal on the bench.
That'll hit, but that's just how FPL is.
That's just how that's how it roll. So Saliba.
We could put Saliba in for now, but if we need that extra couple point something million, I think Gabriel is also a very
5.0. Yes.
To enable a little bit more. And also because you have we discussed you having such a strong bench, even if Gabriel doesn't play, you still have that defender or you still have that attacker that can come on in place.
And potentially, yeah. Okay. So we need an enabling striker as well too.
Everything is this game week. This
game week is because right now all the Frenchmen scored. Wisa scored. Wood scored. Isak. Because I laughed when someone mentioned Isak. I was like, Isak, bam. I think Archer and all scored.
Yeah, Archer.
Right? Archer. Definitely a good shout.
Well, I'm bringing up somebody from since the beginning that you were backing hard. João Pedro.
Yeah.
Came with a big one this weekend.
Yeah. Big one. I dropped him 2 weeks ago.
Ouch.
Had him. I stood on that hill, died on the hill.
Yep.
Died on the hill, waited patiently. He did his thing. He banged. But then I missed this big hole here.
Yeah, this one is huge.
But I dropped him for Solanke, so then
Oh, okay. It's not that bad.
not that bad.
How we said no to Solanke, or are we writing him off completely?
Well, if we're doing that, then we'll play 3-4-3 or 4-3-3 or something like that.
We need a very, very cheap. Archer's not bad shout, no. Archer's
just have on the bench.
Yeah, he's sitting on my bench for a while now.
Yeah.
And
Racking up a few points here there.
Yeah, when you need it.
I agree. Midfield wise now. So we're going ham on the midfield. We have 28 left. 3 to go. Not bad at all.
That's not bad at all.
Not bad at all. We didn't bring in Salah yet. We didn't bring in Son. We didn't bring in Saka yet.
Yeah.
Is that disrespectful to the Arsenal attack? Should we go for an Arsenal attack? They're playing Fulham next. They have Liverpool soon. Should we go?
I don't think Saka is a must-have right now.
I agree.
He's not. Yes, a lot of people have him. So if he does score, it may mean you losing rank, but he's not scoring like that right now. I think.
And he's 9. Saka is 9 right now.
Yeah, I'm thinking a better shot could be Odegaard.
Yeah, Odegaard, no, we could pull the strings. So we'll put him for now. Even Havertz is our because he'll be back.
Yeah.
And we missed Havertz against West Ham. I can't believe we're saying these words. But yeah, we missed Havertz. 19. We could go ham. We could go crazy. We could swipe the credit card.
I'm thinking to leave some in the bank. With this currently constructed team, you have no Haaland and you have no Salah. You also have no Son. So with no money in the bank, if we go ham right now and then have no money in the bank, next game week or game week after that, when Haaland is back and Haaland starts doing Haaland things again, you'll have to be taking -8 and minus all kind of things to get your side in order. And sometimes you already recover from taking those big hits. Next game weeks.
Now, even if Haaland does Haaland things, why we can't get De Bruyne who assisting in the Haaland things?
Yep. Well, that's still De Bruyne should be around 12 million, 11 point something million, because he hasn't get much.
Cheese on bread. Nah, that could never be true. Word.
He hasn't dropped much at all since what is his asking price?
Weird.
Yeah. So it's not to say he's an easy bringing either.
I told you it was an easy bring.
Nope.
Gabriel seems to be more of a threat on the attack than Saliba. Well, set pieces, yeah. Wood or JP, yeah, boy. Wood or Joe Pedro as the fodder. Cunha, especially after Hichan going Asia Cup, yeah, Cunha will be the main.
Oh, yes, Hichan is playing Asia Cup. Cunha.
Yeah, but he's injured too. But he's not. I don't think it's that terrible. Just a precaution.
Okay.
All right. So based on what you're saying, and you're saying that we should restructure a bit, bring in Salah at least one big hitter.
Well, I think Estupinian might not be a bad shout, but it then heavies up your back line.
My back line bad with that because
with a 5-star back line. So
I'd have played 5-3-2 or some kind of craziness.
Yeah.
No, but Estupinian could be. I could bench him for now because he only got 15 minutes last time.
Mm-hmm.
There's no guarantee he starts right away. They're playing West Ham away. Now, I could go Gabriel, Estupinian, Porro. Or I could go mad, drop Gabriel, and just have Estupinian, Trent, Porro, bench Doty, and I get another fodder. A Nori or something like that. Someone along those lines. Because let's be real, right? Not that serious. Even I don't know, a Mitchell, just some good fodder, a Veltman.
Hold on to.
But
What about?
I think we could monitor his opinion for now. We could monitor his opinion.
We mentioned Gusto earlier. We could always chuck Gusto in there because who's Chelsea is playing. Chelsea does not have bad fixtures for next.
Yeah, playing Luton next. Luton away.
And then after that Luton game, who do we have?
After Luton, you'll face Fulham at home. You're hosting. And then y'all are playing Liverpool away.
Mm-hmm. So in the immediate future, the next 2 game weeks, Chelsea is right now in the best, I would say, team playing wise. However, he's not that expensive, so he's an enabler as well to whatever you decide. Because he's at 4.1, I would say that's a steal of a deal.
Yeah, steal of a deal.
Right back on a sometimes top 6 team.
Like we say that. Now, we just need one killer midfielder.
And how much do we
have? 15.5 left.
Wow.
Salah could still slide in there. We could get Foden if we want double City. We could get Saka double Arsenal. We could bring in let me see a weird name. We have Owen already. What's the name? What's the name we're not thinking of that performing well recently? A double Spurs. Crazier things have happened. Even a Matoma to be wild.
Well, Matoma going
you go in Asian Cup, right? So forget that. You see what I mean? And we can't touch Kudos. He's going Afghan.
Yeah.
Can't touch Senegal. We can't touch because they're going to Afghan and Asian Cup.
Everything got shaken up.
Which one?
Everything got shaken up with Afghan Cup.
Correct.
Selections, no.
Sticky. No. Foden versus. Now again, nothing is won on paper. The Premier League is a very unpredictable. It never goes the way you think. But City hosting Sheffield United should be a bloodbath. Should be a bloodbath, and I can only see it going City's way.
Yeah.
City they got a tricky encounter against Everton, but Foden came out good with a goal, but Naruk scored and assisted. Alvarez scored. So we have Alvarez contemplating the Foden.
I think Foden isn't a bad shout at all.
Yeah.
Especially the form he's in currently.
Yeah, I think so too. Might even be a good captain shout for this game week.
Yes.
All right, so this is the crazy team that we're going with here, that we have so far. Now, ideally, Wendell, should we be cowards and just bring in Salah?
Well, I don't think so. I don't think we need Salah right now on this team.
Yeah.
I think you take the hit this week coming with Salah versus who's Salah playing?
Salah versus Newcastle.
So hopefully, in your eyes, hopefully Newcastle puts up a big defense, and that those Salah points not too massive. You also have Trent and Jota
to secure the points here.
If anything real major happens, like a 7 or like some kind of crazy thing like that, and you take the hit, and then in the coming future, you sort out how you're getting back in, and you have money in your account, so it's not to say it's an impossible feat. And also,
we have 7.9 now, so Salah is possible for sure. Haaland is possible for sure. De Bruyne is possible for sure.
I think that 7.9 will go down very quickly in the next couple of game weeks.
Correct.
With Haaland going to be coming back soon, maybe De Bruyne if he starts running out seriously in the next couple of weeks. So I think that money in the bank is really crucial for any manager that's playing a wild card or making transfers in the next couple of game weeks, because if you don't, you'll end up game week 25, 26 needing to play a wild card to bring back all those players because you're leaking points.
Yeah. And by time game week 23, once no fires to put out, there should be no fires after he's a wild card. We'll have 2 free transfers.
Yep. 2 free
So
transfers with Paul because you know you don't make a transfer after you play the wild card.
no, never. You try to hold that.
Yep.
All right. Let us know in the comment section if you think this is a mad thing. Lewis Vincent. Sorry, bro. Let me see what you're saying there. For this week, would you pick Solanke or Palmer?
Solanke or Palmer?
Boy, they both have good fixtures.
But is it a situation? What is his situation with in terms of playing them, benching one, playing one, or what? What is the situation with your team?
Yeah, let us know, Lewis. Let us know what the current situation is. Is it that you're trying to play a formation and you want to know who to drop? A 4-3-3, a 4-4-2, something you're trying to keep someone. You have Alvarez, Watkins, but you're not too sure. Let us know. Liam, you don't have to tell me that. You do not have to tell me that. Liam, I have 2 other teams after wildcard, Liam, right? I think I will put in Cook on one of them. One of them is just for a mini league. I mean, just there. I don't really do much with it, but I like to throw in some wildness in there. I think in Kunku because of that I captain Jordan Ayew when he had his nice patch on that team. So I might use my Nkunku. I feel I will jump on the Nkunku. That I try to make sure none of the teams are the same. They never have the same players.
Yeah.
So it's always craziness. So definitely might do that, Liam. Liam, do not tell me. Right? Liam is also saying with a strong wild card like this, with a significant amount left in the bank, it can prove to be crucial to transition to big hitters like Salah, Kevin Holland come in game. Exactly. So that's the plan. It may look differential. I mean, I don't think it is differential, but a little, right? So I'm gonna click the save, but the make transfers. Anything else to speak? I mean, I know even when I click it, I can still until the game week. I still have time. No need to panic, right? Everyone here is fit, and everyone here starts tomorrow. All right, play wild card. Make sure we don't press anything funny. No -40. No play free hit. Right? Always. When this comes up, I move slow, real slow.
Fun fact, I did not click it last year, and I took a -36.
Oh, Wendell, pressure way. Yeah. I know what it's like. That is why I take my time. I want to thank everyone for watching so far. Big everyone in the comments, everyone on Instagram and Twitter. Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. Share with your friends. Tell them about us. We do everything. Cricket, F1, all the major football, Champions League, AFCON coming up as well. We may jump in on it. We normally do it. Trying to see if I could slide in on it. All right. AFCON is fun because you get to learn a lot of new players. All right, so of course, let's make sure let's discuss captain for the game week. Now, of course, not just on our team, but who's the best captain for the game week as well. So for this team, I'll put it on Foden for now.
Definitely, that's a big shout.
Right. Let's of course fix our bus team. Now you press your wild card, Wendell. The girlfriend call you, get distracted. Look who on your bench. Pedro Porro on your bench. Ariel on your bench. Johnson was your captain just now. No. So please, guys, check your team and click that save button. So let's make sure. Turn against Man U. That's easy food. Joking. But for now, I'll leave it like that for now until I might put Ariel, maybe. So Trent, Gabriel, Porro. Happy with that?
Yeah, very happy. That's right. Very strong backline.
Tough. No, well, obviously, you can't change the midfielders. Are all our playable midfielders there. Out Bowen, Odegaard, Foden, Johnson, Jota. Jota might be the only one that may not start, but hopefully comes when it has the impact that he normally does. And Klopp is not an idiot. He might increase his playtime, especially trying to adjust the system without Salah for potential 2 weeks, possibly. Potentially. Right, once they get through the group stages, it'll be another match week. So let's see. Of course, up top, Alvarez and Watkins, who are also not bad captain shouts for this game week. Slide that in there one time. What was the best order for this bench? Gusto looking good then.
I think Gusto, then Doughty, then Archer. I'm not really expecting much from Archer against City.
Yeah, but City do concede. I see this every week, and they do it. City are conceding. City are conceding, no matter who or we. Right, and I think they played Sheffield when this is the reverse fixture. Everything starting over now, and I think Sheffield scored on them. Sheffield could have beaten City when they played the first time.
The exciting game where they were fighting until the last minute.
Yes, and Sheffield did that to Spurs and City, if I'm not mistaken. And this time, and that was home, but this time they're going away to the Etihad, so it could be different, obviously, right? Let's look at the fixtures. So the best captain based on these fixtures for game week 20. Best captain this game week.
I think I would keep Foden really. Watkins isn't a bad shot because Aston Villa is a very good team at home.
You're right.
To playing against Burnley.
Talk to him in Scotland.
Yes. Takis.
Oh Lord. Oh, I like what Liam's saying here. Jota for me is shaky. Klopp has option in the attack and Liverpool's midfielders contribute taking on. Right, but I will counter that, Liam, with show me the output of these guys for the last 5 games. Jota came on for what? 10, 15 minutes, Wendell scored. It took Darwin what? I'm not even exaggerating. What, 9 games? When was Darwin's last goal? Yeah. When he scored the brace. I think that was his last, and he assisting, I guess. He assisting, right? To when Chucky said to call out his team there, he sent it.
Okay, let me send it.
Right. Chucky, don't be shy, you know. Let me. Right now, Liam, as I was saying, I think though that Jota is the most clinical out of all of them right now, and he came just in time. He came back just in time for Liverpool because Liverpool need that because they've been getting over the line very luckily recently, so they need that clinical guy. And Salah cannot do it on his own, as we are seeing. Definitely can't. All right, bringing up your team, bro. Hold on. Oh wow. Look at this team. This team need a free hit, boy.
I was now about to say, looking at your team, Takis, genuinely, what I think is the best thing to do is probably just do your -2 transfers this week. Do your 2 transfers this week, and then next week, fresh, you see everything. You just wildcard, very similar to the team that was just built here next week. Or you could even probably log on next week and we could do maybe a makeshift wildcard team for you next week because you don't have a wildcard and you have a lot of reds and also a lot of players that leave in as well.
Correct. Yeah, boy. This needs some major surgery, but for now, how much? You have 2 free transfers, 0.4 in the bank.
Yeah,
he has no choice. Cash, Dawson, Baldock, or no Taylor, right? No, obviously you won't start them. I'm just saying that's your bus team, right? Diaby, Foden, Son, Salah, and then you'll play Archer, Watkins up top. You had a bench. Well, Haaland may not play, right?
That's not bad.
So your captain Foden for sure, or Salah playing Newcastle now can get the captain Salah, so you can get some points there. With your 2 free transfers, if you want 0.4 in the bank, 4.6. So I'll give you 5. And if you get rid of a Drinker, that's 10. So you have 10 to play with if you get rid of a Drinker and Simicus. If you get rid of Diaby and Simicus, potentially, all right. So that's 5 and that's 11.6. Because Diaby not doing much. And you go for. Let me see. You don't have any, and you don't even have any Arsenal attack. You have no Solanke. If you get rid of Archer, how much is Solanke, boy? This has me tempted now. Solanke is what?
Has to be around 6 point something. I'll check.
Yeah, let me know. I'm watching this. I'm fixated on this right now.
Solanke is currently 7 million.
All right, handler. Nah. Wait, yeah, this is speed. Well, your bus team has to be Pickford is your best shout. Dubravka will get, I mean, you can get save points, as we said. So if you're looking for save points, Dubravka will be busy. So Dubravka, Cash, Dawson, Taylor, Diaby, Foden, Son, Salah, Archer, Watkins. But we have to use one of those free transfers. Well, you use it too, and as Wendell say, you wait for that wild card because the wild card will be available.
I suggest you use it. Maybe bring in who's somebody that the two people they're bringing in are your two people that you really want. Think that gonna score in this game week alone coming because you change out the entire team after this game.
Well, let's look at the fixtures quickly and help him out. Let's look at the fixtures. Hold on. Let's, Larry, I like this. We're helping you out tonight. We're helping you out. All right. So, game week 20, fixtures. Okay. Well, we mentioned Gusto. We mentioned Colwell. So, those are not bad options. We mentioned Estupinian. Not bad option. How much is Estupinian?
Estupinian, I'll check.
Not a bad shout. Yes, they have a tricky game, but not a bad shout. So, that's a defensive asset fix there with Simicus. A Dringa replacement now.
Estupinian is 4.9 right now.
Boom, you're bad. So Estupinian inside there for Simicus. Right? So if you get rid of a Dringa, don't laugh at me, guys. Math is not my strong point, but it's simple math. So if you get rid of, I'm bringing up the team again. So if you get rid of a Dringa, so if Timicus will give you 5, so you can afford Simicus, you can afford Estupinian. That's 0.1 left in the bank. So 5.1 to get somebody else, right? If you sell a Dringa. But Matt's in there.
In theory, he can take out Haaland and bring in anybody he wants.
For now, yeah. If he that brave.
Because he wildcarded next week.
Right. Yeah. So you could get rid of Haaland, you could bring in Solanke and get rid of a Dringa and Ben Simicus. Yeah. But this, I don't like the defense. His midfield not terrible as the defense. I don't like.
Well, what you can do, Takis, is take out Haaland, bring in whoever you want, and upgrade Simicus to Trent.
Yeah, definitely. You could do that. Just to chase some good points for this game week. You need something this game week. Yeah. That's not a bad shot. I think that's the best thing there. You can get rid of Haaland. You bring in, you can play 3-4-3. Yeah. Because you have a decent midfield, and then you captain either Trent or Foden, being Wild or Salah, captain Salah, and your vice captain Foden. So your vice captain Foden, captain Salah, or the switch, whichever one you got tell you. You get rid of Simicus, you can bring in your Trent, you get rid of Haaland, you bring in Solanke. And
Darwin,
anybody. You understand? Chris Wood, the Slayer, and Konku, as Leo was saying, you never know.
And
bro,
shout.
Bro, because they play in Luton, bro, just saying. Right? I hope that helped. Big up Paul, Haaland to Alvarez. Yeah, good shout as well too. That could work. And then a wildcard in the next flip. All right. We just said the hour mark there. I want to overdo it with Wendell. I want to thank Wendell for his time. Appreciate it very much. Before we go though, of course, so we spoke about captains, but we created a whole wildcard team. Let me show you the team again one more time. Yeah, man, Takis, no problem. Thanks for popping on, man. I appreciate you. We hope it helps you. Let us know how much points you get in the next one. Right? Jump in the next one. Let us know how much points you get. Now, right. So this is our team going forward. So Turner, Trent, Gabriel, Porro, Bowen, Odegaard, Foden, Johnson, Jota, Alvarez, Watkins. This is what we are looking like for the next few weeks. Of course, with the 2 free transfers that we will potentially have, once we don't have to do anything, hopefully we don't have to, we will potentially be able to bring in Haaland, De Bruyne, all those guys that usually bang. Now, before we go, I want to show you one more, as I said, wildcard madness. I'm picking your brain real quick again, guys, as everybody in the chat. Wendell, before we go to advice for Game Week 20.
Advice for Game Week 20, just stick in there, really and truly. Don't try to chase too many points this game week because the next couple game weeks are going to be very difficult with the main players going to AFCON and the Asia Cups and also players injured, which means that a lot of people are going to have different differentials, which means that there are huge points to be gained and also huge points to be lost. So don't panic. Just trust yourself.
Right. So this is my C team, right? So UT team I don't count, right? I have 3 teams, A, B, C, right? UT team is just the YouTube team, right? Everybody gets a hand in that. So this is my B team, right? Script of 44 with this. So this has to, I'm not wildcard now, not obviously it will take long, but this team is potentially where I'll do the Nkunku madness. I could bring in the Nkunku. Now, as you see, the team is not terrible in terms of the players that I have prepped. I don't bound to wildcard. If a wildcard, it will only be to, I guess, maybe get rid of Salah, bring in Majota, maybe get Trent because I don't have Trent. Maybe fix the defense. The defense needs some sprucing up. This could do it, but not Trent because I've Trent in the team. So maybe a Estupinian or something. You know, I could do something nice with this team. But as I say, this is void and separate. So I could go from a Trent. I could go Trent, Estupinian, chuck in a Gabriel, chuck in a Ben White, something cheeky as Zinchenko, something wild. Maybe Zinchenko attacking potential against Fulham might be decent. Of course, maybe retain Foden, get rid of Haaland, we bring him back. So I already have Solanke. I could go 3-4-3 with this particular team as I have it set up here already. As you see the craziness, I had McTominay, I had McNeil. McNeil was decent though,
But McTominay wasn't bad at all.
And I got his patch. I got the dregs of his patch, right?
Okay.
So this is the craziness that I'm faced with. So as soon as I sign off here, this to pick my Fantasy 5 and my fan tracks to fix. So it's a long evening for me to put some things to work on and fix. But I just want to say thanks everyone for coming through. Of course, my usual piece of advice, click that save button, guys, please. Don't forget to click the save button. Do not get distracted. Thanks everyone in the chat for coming through. Big up to Keys, big up Liam, big up Kevin, Paul, big up everyone on Twitter, Instagram. Right, thanks everyone for coming through. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Get the video going. Keep us going. We enjoy doing this. Thanks, Wendell, for coming through. And of course, pay attention to the price changes. Pay attention to the news because players are dropping like flies. And I think if you're in the camp where you like stats, I think the best thing also is highlights. Look at the guy that assists the assist. The pre-assister might be the guy that made the big one in next game week. It has been happening. A lot of rotation in terms of who I'm bringing in returns. Sometimes you're chasing Watkins, but you really should have chased Louise, right? You're chasing Bowen, but you should have chased, well, and he's injured now, but Paqueta, just saying, you're chasing Kudus. And of course, pay attention to the AFCON list. Guys, let me see if I can find a hardy list up, Please pay attention to the AFCON list. There are some guys going away on AFCON. So please pay attention to that. Do not get waxed. Of course, also, you can hold on to Salah if you want to. Wendell, that's not a bad choice. But I think if you want to hold on to Son or Salah, just if you think that they're only going to miss one game.
So I'm on the bus of getting rid of Salah. I'm personally going to get rid of Salah next week. Salah and Son, I currently have 2 transfers. I'm going to make one this week and take one of them out next week and then the other one after that. Just because I believe Egypt and South Korea, I think it is, yes, will go pretty far in their tournaments. So to bank on them getting sent home early and coming home is dangerous. And also, there's a lot of points up for grabs, and you could use that money in other places.
Now, I want to call some interesting names out for you guys real quickly. So, potential missers. Jackson.
Oh, Jackson is leaving.
Jackson. So, Nkunku, Liam is still there. Nkunku looking good. Right? Of course, Partey, El Neni. Right? Of course, well, and Bomo's injured, but we don't know if he's back fit. We don't know, right? So there's and a lot of key guys for Bournemouth are going. Semenyo, Utara, key guys who have been on the return sheet. So Wissa, key guys for Brentford, Idringa, key, right? Some key guys are going there. So that's something to pay attention to. Jordan Ayew for Crystal Palace. He has been very key for them recently since he's been back. So would that be? Does that mean if we targeted teams that are playing against Palace, look out for that? All right. Well, they will be not really in a way. Of course, Salah's the biggest one. Of course, Kobore for Luton, Onana, Ramabat, Hannibal, Diallo. These guys are missing for Manu. Of course, Nottingham Forest have a whole host of men missing, but most of those guys on the injury list were suspended, so it's not too terrible. So just pay attention. Of course, Kudus, another big name, Ben Rama, and we saw how important he was when he came on for Paqueta. So maybe that might be something that hurt them in terms of depth. Or God, one of the defenders. So some the Suma and Sa for Tottenham. Again, now these are not all these guys I'm calling are not necessarily key assets you have in a team, but they're key to the teams that you have assets in.
Yep.
Our song there went there. That sounds like a preacher. That sounds like a right. So I say that again. Key assets to teams that we have assets in. So that might influence the shape, the defensive shape, the way they attack. It might make them vulnerable, or you never know, might galvanize them. So pay attention to that. Pay attention to that. And of course, on the Asian Cup side, Son going, Wang Yi-chan going, Matoma, Tomiyasu, Endo, right, Godos from Brentford. So I hope that was helpful, guys. We will make a post on Instagram about it, of course. Thanks, everyone. Big up, Wendell. Happy picking. May Captain score a trick. May keeper save a pen.
Yep.
We'll see you in the next one. Green arrows, guys. Happy picking. Take care.
Okay.